Hey, Pat Smith, Andy Petrie, you got us?
Yeah, I got you, Andy.
So you think you can make up all this track position on these 4 tires? Have you seen on the lap times that that'll make up that kind of distance?
It'll be tough. Everything's going to have to play into our hands there. We knew pretty much we were going to have that dealt with us, and my rear tire changer hurt his finger earlier, so he's playing hurt a little bit, but so we didn't help us out anywhere, help ourselves anywhere there, so we'll do what we can do with it. I know we got the right man in the seat. He'll do the best job he can. Holiday Inn Chevrolet has done us proud so far, but we'll see how it turns out.
Okay, Pat, you guys done a good job tonight. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, Andy.
Being told the 10 car did not have total control of a tire. You got to address a tire before it gets back all the way back to the pit wall, and he will start at the tail end. By the way, he was the free pass winner. Lucky dog getting back on the lead lap. He had just been passed by the leader when the caution came out. So Dave Blaney already had that damage on the hood. Now having to go to the back of the pack for the restart.
Yeah, Brian Vickers there in second spot. He got fuel only there, so doesn't have a lot of laps on his tires, but it'll be interesting to see how that strategy works. He was able to make this work earlier and stay right up there. Clint Boyer there in third. Carl Edwards fourth.
Yeah, those cars took 2 tires only, the 2 and the 60. There's Kevin Harvick, the 33 car, still trying to get his first win at this place in a points-paying race.
Nobody be holding back here with 29 laps to go. You'll see what they've got.
Not much give and take here either. These guys are going to be wide open, and as the track continues to cool down as we come to almost midnight here, it's about as cool as it's been all night, obviously, and got to go at it hard.
If I remember correctly, the last couple of years here in this October race, we've had cars spin on the white flag and green-white checkers. It gets pretty wild here in the last 25 laps.
No, we got a lot of racing to do here. Kyle Busch has looked like he's been the man, but this is the first time he's had 2 tires on that car, so let's see how that affects him.
Here we go. Remember last year we had so much pushing and shoving on the racetrack, we had a little grouping together on pit road when it was over. Here comes Carl on the high side. Kevin Harvick behind him. See if Vickers can hang on.
Boyer dove off in that corner hard. Carl Edwards trying to get under Clint right there. He knows he needs to be in front of that 2 car to gain any points at all.
Championship competition right there. There's the 2 contenders. Reigning champion Edwards, the hopeful champion Boyer. Remember, they've had contact a couple times this year on the racetrack.
Yeah, you can see Clint went down in that corner. He drove over to the side of that 60 trying to loosen him up a little bit. Probably worked.
Harvick back there saying, I'm just going to go with whoever makes the advance here, not pulling down on the inside to try to go by with Carl Edwards.
Yeah, it's making life tough for him. He's not going to give that spot up easy. As they go into turn 1 here, it's pretty close again. That's just getting that air off of Carl's car.
The only problem here, the car that has the most to lose right here would be Clint Boyer. He's got the point lead, so and Carl knows that. He knows he's got a lot to lose.
Casey Kane got some contact with the wall on the right side. See the damage on the back of the car?
Knocked that rear bumper loose.
Back up here, and now Carl falls in behind. Here comes the 4 tires on the 29 of Burton. Watch him just sail by the 60.
He might make this work.
Wow. Pretty impressive. I think he's going to have another caution flag if he's going to try to do anything with Kyle Busch, but he's made up a lot of ground.
He's coming now. I'm telling you, that car is rolling.
Yeah, he is 2.5 seconds back of Kyle with 25 laps to go.
He's making that high side work. These guys are just with 2 tires or no tires, just getting fuel. You can see Kyle Busch there and just how far Jeff Burton is. He's trying to take that outside line against Clint Boyer.
He says, come on, partner, give me this spot. Got to go.
And Clint's smart enough to know that he doesn't need to mess with that. He held off the guy that he needed to the most, and that was Carl Edwards. See back there, Carl Edwards falling back. Kevin Harvick made the pass on him, and Kelly Byers on the inside trying to take that spot away. Brad Keselowski right behind him.
2 tires not working good on Carl Edwards' car.
Kelly Byers having another good run, back in 7th spot. Keselowski back in 8th. McMurray behind him in the 17 is 9th. Carfax telemetry. Boy, Brad Keselowski just hammering that throttle coming up off the corner.
It really worked on this car all night, for starting out really loose from qualifying through the first half of the race. Brad Keselowski done a nice job. Not sure his car is liking the 2 tires as much as what it has the 4 tire changes throughout the night.
I think you're right. Jeff Burton's going to have another caution to be able to make a run at Kyle Busch. Their lap times are almost even at this point.
Yeah, Burton's a little faster than Brian Vickers, who's in second. Byers still trying to make that pass on Carl Edwards.
We talked about this team of Kelly Byers and how they had really come on here. And the outside pole qualifying effort at Dover, the top 5 at Nashville. Dave?
Yep, 4th top 10 of the year for him last week at Kansas. And just want to let you know, he's on even par with Carl Edwards this run. 2 right side tires changed for Byers, and he's running with the 60.
Great job by Scott Zipadelli and this whole team, and Kelly Byers. Big plans for 2009 with that JTG Doherty effort. Moving in on Kevin Harvick now at his 4th position. These are 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Okay.
Debris on the racetrack. Caution again.
This is the caution that Jeff Burton is looking for.
Absolutely. He was about 1.5 faster than Brian Vickers on most of the laps there, so he'll still have to get around him to get to Kyle Busch. And the problem is that Kyle gets out there so quick on these restarts. But to have any chance, this is what Jeff Burton needed.
You can see the debris there on the backstretch. Probably off of this 9 car that's been in the wall. Gets loose again right here.
Yeah, chunks of metal coming off the back of the car. Little pieces are grinding away on the wall, and so there's some tape on that it had on the back. But under caution here, let the safety crews check the racetrack. There they come out. This is the 12th race of 2008 that Kyle Busch has led the most laps. He's led 118 of the 181 laps tonight.
He's definitely been the class of the field here for just pretty much the entire race. Once he got through the beginning part after starting back, he just cut his way through it and has passed everybody that's gotten in his way, trying to do whatever strategy they might could employ. But he's got a guy right behind him.
But it ain't over.
It ain't over because he's got a guy in 3rd. Let's talk to Jeff Burton here. Jeff Burton, Dale Jarrett, you have a copy?
Man, I got
Nice call on the 4 tires there. Think you can get to that 18?
Well, he's pretty fast. I don't know. We'll see. We're going to have a shot. This is it. You know, we got tightened up a lot so we could take off. And you know, Pat made a great call on that 4 tire deal. So we'll see. Hopefully we can get some. We got to get by the 32 first. He's fast too. So hopefully we can get by him quickly and then go make a race out of it.
All right. Good luck, man.
Again, Brian Vickers took fuel only on that last stop, did not get any tires. So, and Jeff Burton has the 4 fresh tires. Bowyer behind him has only 2. Let's check in back in the pits with the 32 team Trent Owens. Mike?
And Doc, you mentioned the gutsy fuel only call. Why did you decide to go without tires?
Well, the previous caution, we put a set of tires on. It kind of picked our car up, so I hated to mess with it. And we got our track position back that we needed, you know, from hanging out on the caution. But, you know, we were kind of set on a fuel strategy where we thought we were only 2 laps short. So, you know, the caution come out, we got a splash and go, put us in 2nd place. We'll see what we can do. It looks like the 18 to 29 are 2 fastest cars, but, you know, we can make them fight off for a 3rd place finish, and that'd be good because, you know, the guys have worked really, really hard on trying to get this backup car prepared, and to come out here with a top 5, you know, which is our goal, and running a backup car would be very, very nice.
3rd place, that's the best you can do?
Based on the lap times, yes. But as we've seen when Blaney and I won the race here, anything can happen.
We'll stay tuned, Doc.
Dollar General car trying to win the Dollar General 300. 18 laps to go, and it's the 18 car that is the leader. But you certainly can't fault those guys at all for trying to roll the dice a little bit and get him up there.
Nothing to lose. They came to win and keep putting themselves in position.
Yeah, it might be an understatement saying 3rd would be a good night after what they've gone through. Hats off to those guys for getting that car prepared that well.
Now, they've done a great job tonight all day long.
Let's listen into some radio on Clint Bowyer's car.
Hell, now we got a shot at winning.
That's right. My man, you see my man go right there?
Baby, we're going to run 1-2 here. Burton's going to make something happen.
That's pumping your driver up, isn't it? You gotta think you can do it.
Well, it's been a long night. These guys were expected to be in bed by now, you know. So they're having to work a little bit of overtime because of the red flag situation, the rains that we've had. So get him pumped up to go here for these next 17 laps.
Yeah, somebody, one of these double-duty drivers could win 2 in the same 24 hours. Jeff Burton, we mentioned it's his last race of the year in the NASCAR Nationwide Series car, and he won 5 times a year ago. Has been shut out here in 2008. Boy, would he love to be able to take that Childress car to victory lane here. In fact, in this race, what he won a year ago.
Yeah, this is all going to depend, I believe, on how quickly he can get by Brian Vickers, how hard Brian makes it. You know, Jeff made those passes on the outside. Brian's pretty good at protecting that outside. That's where his car has been good. So it'll just depend what kind of chance he's going to have on Kyle Busch is how quickly he can get by.
For you Casey Kane fans, by the way, Casey is still on the lead lap. He is the final car. You saw him in the wall a little bit ago in the 9 car and brought the caution out. He is the last car on the lead lap in 18th position. Kenny Wallace right in front of him. Good run by Kenny. He's also on the lead lap in the 28 car.
Yeah, one guy we haven't talked about, David Rudiman, who was involved in that accident back there. He lost 6 laps in making repairs to his car, so he's back in the 26th starting spot in having to do all of that. But here we go for 16 more fast laps.
All right, let's see what can happen. How long is it going to take Burton to get by Vickers, and then does he have a shot with the 18?
This is going to be fun.
And let's see if Jeff Burton will go up to that high line like he was running a moment ago, way at the top of the track.
Yeah, the thing that's difficult is all of these guys can pretty much run that first corner wide open with these cars. So it was going to make it difficult for him. You can see he gets right to the back bumper of the 32 car. Here's where he's going to have to try to get up there and go.
He goes high. Boyer goes low on the bottom of the racetrack.
Yeah, he's got some protecting to do along with that. Vickers kind of shuts the door, so he's going to go to the inside and try to make that work.
Meanwhile, Kyle Busch is trying to pull away.
Yeah, Burton makes the move there and gets by, so that's really big.
That's exactly what Jeff Burton said he wanted to do. Get into second now, have 15 laps to try to make a race out of this with Kyle Busch.
He's got plenty of time if he has the car now. We'll see just what Kyle Busch does have. We've seen what he's had all night, but does he have enough to hold off with those 2 tires versus Jeff Burton's 4 tires?
Kyle Busch ran a 29.48.
I just looked at that. Oh, my gosh.
He can't be lifting to go around here. That's faster than they qualified, isn't it?
That would have qualified him second.
Wow.
With 14 laps to go. Championship points battle going on there. 2 in the 60.
We saw this shape up a while ago on the last restart, and Carl Edwards was trying to get by Clint Boyer, but wasn't able to do that.
The reason the points are still exactly as they were coming in, and Boyer's in front of Edwards, is because Edwards led a lap. There's a dark horse in the 6 car. David Reagan had his hands full hanging on to that one. He saved it.
Yeah, that's a nice save. It wasn't what he was looking to do, be making saves at this point in the race. Dave?
Still too loose on that 6 car. They made an adjustment, but very, very loose race car for David at the end of this race. Disappointing considering how good the car was earlier.
It doesn't take much to get these things off, just a little bit. You get them a little bit too loose and you just can't go.
Back up front, Kyle Busch trying to sweep both of the NASCAR Nationwide Series races at Lowe's. Trouble.
2
Left
teammates.
And Dave Blaney.
Well, it's not over. Kyle Busch had jumped out there a little over a second lead. It was about 0.2 of a second a lap faster than Jeff Burton.
Pretty good there. Close.
Anything can happen on these restarts. See, Jason Leffler, he's having an eventful night. Not the kind of events he was wanting to happen, though.
You can see the contact here. Mike Wallace in the 7 car. And Leffler going high.
Oh, Blaney gets loose. Seen that a number of times.
I hate it when you take out your teammate, though.
Yeah, it's not good. Mike Wallace was right behind there. He was saying, I did this just earlier in the race.
Seen this movie. It's a rerun.
See right there. Whoa. Man, that's a bad wiggle. That's a bad feeling. We talked about it all night, how that car on the inside gets loose with that racing a car down into the corner on the outside, takes some of that air away, and front end turn